In this video, what I'd like to talk to you about is the subject of A1C. Now, if you've subscribed to our station or our channel or any other channels that are like ours where it deals with topics regarding health, I'm sure you're familiar with A1C. It's the measurement that we use when we're looking at a panoramic view, if you will, of how the body processes carbohydrates over about a 90-day period. So it affects what's known as the blood glucose level or its insulin sensitivity. So over a 90-day period with the A1C, it reveals to us how the body is functioning and how it's handling the sugar and whatnot. And unfortunately, in today's society, with the medications that are being forced or pushed onto the public and whatnot, we have kind of tempered down any kind of alarm that would be involved with or have to do with type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance or whatever it may be. You know, we have these cute little jingles that are playing in the background, and some individual is merrily going his way in the kitchen and at work and mowing the grass and whatnot, and everything is right with the world. He's in a state of being hunky-dory because he's got this medication now, and you know, they have the new ones out that tell you I can handle my A1C with this medication and whatnot. Well, in this video, I want to share with you information regarding A1C that you may not be aware of. You know, regardless of how much we downplay the issue of diabetes as it's supposed to be no small thing, I'm telling you, it's a very dangerous situation. And people that are type 2 diabetic really need to have this information shared with them. Anyway, the A1C, as I alluded to a few moments ago, has to do with how the body processes the sugar or the carbohydrates over a 90-day period. However, there was research done that was published in the journal Neurology just a few years ago, and it was showing that if there is an increase in the A1C level, there is a corresponding decrease in the size of the individual's brain. Let me rephrase that. What they found was in an individual whose A1C level went up, in that same individual, at the same time, their brain was being reduced in size. It was literally shrinking. Now, we just want to stop and focus on this for a moment. The brain is the most important of all organs in the body. It operates, it generates all chemical, electrical impulses that govern the function of the body. It communicates with every cell in the body and virtually lets it know how it's to operate, and those corresponding cells will then communicate with it, and there is that open line so that they are assured that everything is functioning as it should. However, not unlike anything else, when you lose the size of an object, you also lose its functionability and its capacity to operate. And our goal is to help an individual to enjoy the best performance of their life. So look, while the A1C is increasing, the brain is decreasing in its size. And what they found is, as I showed here in the MR, which is unmistakable, which shows here immutably, it shows undeniably, unmistakably the sizes of the brain. So they did this research over a 6-year period. And what they showed here in the two was the MRs of individuals who had an A1C level of 4.4 to 5.2 in comparison to those who had an A1C level of 5.9 to 9.0. And they compared the sizes of the brains of those individuals in the two categories over a 6-year period. This is what is so alarming. What they showed, or what they found, was that the brain loss actually doubled. It doubled. The brains of these individuals actually lost twice as much brain capacity, functionality, and size as the individuals that had the 4.4 and the 5.2. They had brain loss. That means they had functional loss, they had capacity loss, they had memory loss, they had immune function loss, they had all types of things were going awry. And in the meantime, these individuals are steered thinking that everything is fine, everything is great. They can go on their merry way because we are now managing their type 2 diabetes. That's garbage, folks. It's garbage. Look, the ideal A1C is 4.8 to 5.4. That's 4.8 to 5.4. That's the ideal. That's when we know that your body is really processing the carbohydrates most efficiently, most effectively. And it's something that's totally, wholly in your control. Remember, as you may have heard me say in previous videos, it's your body, it's your health, it's your responsibility. So what I want to share with you is an action plan that you can take that will help you to be most responsible for your body so that you can enjoy the best performance of your life. So this is what you want to do. Very simplistic, and I understand that. I realize that. But in order to get the ideal, which is the 4.8 to 5.4, what you do is this. You reduce the amount of carbohydrates that you ingest. Now I'm talking about the cheap carbohydrates, the refined carbohydrates, the garbage, the sugar carbohydrates. The complex ones, you certainly want them in your foods, but you want to reduce those cheap carbohydrates that unfortunately that overwhelm us in what's called the standard American diet. And then also you want to increase your amount of exercise, not activity, but exercise, exercise. And we can go into that in greater detail, but that's not what I want to do here in this video. You just simply want to increase the amount of exercise you do in a week, maybe 3 hours total in a 7-day period, but you want to increase your amount of exercise. You also want to reduce the amount of weight that you're carrying. You want to reduce the weight that you're carrying because you show me someone that's overweight, I'll show you somebody who's sick. That's it. Bottom line, enough said. Also, you want to increase your capacity to detoxify. Because of the environment in which we live, you and I, we are inundated. We are overwhelmed with toxins, pollutants, chemicals of all shapes and sizes that are being absorbed into our body through the foods we eat, the beverages we drink, the cosmetics or the hygienic products that we use, through the air, the atmosphere that we breathe, through the electronic devices that we put ourselves in front of. You've got to get into a good detox program. And also, you want to find a good doctor. And I'm not being condescending here. You want to find a doctor that shares with you the same philosophy or has the same philosophy to share with you. Because you see, your body has been fearfully and wonderfully made. You find a doctor that works from that foundation, you're going to find a good doctor because he or she is going to respect it. They're going to educate you. They're going to empower you with some information, with some knowledge that will help you to achieve these things. You know, you don't have to run to the doctor every time to get the latest prescription, the latest drug or whatever. Your health is your responsibility, not your doctor's. But find a doctor that will work with you from wherever it is that you're starting from, okay? So those are the things that you can do. It's quite empowering. You can take your health back by just starting to engage in these things and fulfill these obligations in your life. Look, if you have any questions whatsoever, we invite you to email us, and you can do so at office@pro-activewellness.com. That's office@pro-activewellness.com. And any questions that you might have, we're here to be of service to you. If you're in our area and you're looking for a doctor, I would be humbled to have an opportunity and a privilege to serve you in that capacity. We have patients that come to us from virtually all over the United States. And I say that not haughtily, but very humbly. So look, back to the beginning, A1C, if you're a type 2 diabetic and your A1C is above 5.2, and they're telling you don't worry about it, don't worry about it, don't worry about it, do something about it, take actions, because look, your body is already broken. It's out of control, and those drugs that you're taking today are going to be replaced by a new one, a more powerful one tomorrow, and so it's going to go. And in the meantime, as you're suppressing that sugar, your brain is literally shrinking, literally shrinking. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. We always invite you to send those questions to us. We would ask that if you'd like, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please share this information with an individual that you might know, maybe a family member, a coworker, whoever it might be, who has now been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. You'll be helping them out tremendously. Hey, once again, I want to thank you for watching this video, and until the next one, and as always, God bless.